All right, so we've got this stack of RoleCatcher materials. You're really digging into this whole job search thing, huh?
Yeah, well, it's definitely not your average job board.
What do you mean?
Well, most of those sites, they're all about just like throwing your resume out there and hoping for the best.
Right, the classic spray and pray method, not very effective.
Exactly. And it can be honestly kind of soul crushing, but RoleCatcher, it's different. It's like they're trying to actually help you like really develop your career, not just throw you to the wolves.
Okay, I like the sound of that already.
Yeah.
So how do they do that? What makes RoleCatcher stand out?
Well, for starters, think about how many places you'd normally go to find jobs. You got Indeed, your LinkedIn, company websites, those kind of niche job boards. It's a lot to juggle, right?
Oh, tell me about it. I've spent hours just clicking through tabs, feeling like I'm getting nowhere.
Right. So RoleCatcher, what they do is they pull in jobs from all those different sources, all in one
So it's
place.
kind of like a one-stop shop for job hunting. That's pretty handy.
Exactly. It saves you so much time and energy. And not only that, but because they have all these different sources, you're way more likely to discover opportunities you might have missed otherwise. Like maybe there's this awesome company that only posts on some obscure job board. With RoleCatcher, boom, you see it.
That's a game changer. It's like having a secret weapon in the job search wars.
hmm
But you mentioned something earlier about AI. And I gotta say, AI is everywhere these days. What's the deal with RoleCatcher and AI?
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. One of the things they emphasize is the rise of the AI recruiter.
The what now? AI recruiter, like a robot HR person.
Kinda. A lot of companies are using artificial intelligence now to actually screen job applications before a human ever sees them.
Seriously. So even with a killer resume, there's no guarantee a real person will even lay eyes on it.
That's the reality now, unfortunately. It's like this hidden hurdle you have to clear, and that's where RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools come in.
Okay, so they're fighting fire with fire, using AI to help me beat the AI.
Exactly. So, like, imagine you've poured your heart and soul into crafting the perfect CV, and then some algorithm scans it for 2 seconds and decides it's not a match.
Ouch. That's gotta sting.
It happens all the time. But here's the thing. RoleCatcher wants to teach you how to crack the AI recruiter code.
Okay, I'm listening. Tell me more about this code.
They have these tools that can analyze job descriptions and figure out exactly what those AI systems are looking for, like what keywords, what skills are going to make your application stand out to the robots.
So instead of it being this big mystery, I can actually understand how the AI thinks and tailor my application accordingly.
Exactly. They're not just throwing you in the ring with some digital gatekeeper. They're arming you with the knowledge and the tools to win.
Okay, so how do we actually crack the code, as you put it? What are these tools and how do they work?
Well, one of the coolest things they've got is this AI-powered CV builder.
A CV builds like, what? It writes my resume for me.
Not exactly. It's more like you give it all your information, all your experience and skills, and it helps you package it in a way that's going to grab the attention of those AI screeners.
Okay, so it's about more than just having a pretty resume. It's about having a resume that speaks the AI's language.
Exactly. Think about it like this. Let's say you're applying to be, I don't know, a chef. You wouldn't just say, I'm good at cooking,
Yes.
right? You'd want to highlight the specific cuisines you're experienced in, the techniques you've mastered.
Right, you want to show off your culinary vocabulary. Make it
Hmm.
clear you know your stuff.
Exactly. And that's what RoleCatcher's AI helps you do. It helps you figure out the right language, the right keywords to emphasize for each specific job you apply for. It's like having a professional resume writer on call 24/7.
Okay, that's impressive. But what about cover letters? Those are always a pain to write.
Oh, tell me about it. Every single one has to be unique. It's like reinventing the wheel every time. But guess what? RoleCatcher has an AI for that too.
No way. They have an AI that can write my cover letters for me? That sounds almost too good to be true.
Well, it's not going to write the whole thing for you, but it can definitely help. You feed it the job description and it analyzes it, pulls out the key themes and skills they're looking for, and then helps you craft a cover letter that really hits those points. It's like having a writing coach in your back pocket.
Okay, now that is seriously cool. So RoleCatcher's AI can help me with my CV, my cover letter. What else can it do?
Well, remember how we talked about video interviews becoming the norm?
Oh, yeah. Don't get me started on video interviews.
They can be a little nerve-wracking,
A
right?
little. Try a lot. I always feel like I'm on camera for a hostage video or something.
Well, RoleCatcher actually has a tool for that too.
No way. What, like an AI therapist to calm my nerves?
Not quite, although that would be cool. No, this is a video interview practice tool. You can record yourself answering common interview questions, and then their AI analyzes your performance.
Analyzes it. You mean like it tells me if I'm like fidgeting too much or saying a lot?
Exactly. It can pick up on those little things you might not even notice yourself, like your body language, your tone of voice, even your eye contact.
So it's like having a personal coach, giving you feedback and helping you improve your presentation skills.
Exactly. And it can even give you pointers on the content of your answers, like maybe you're rambling too much or not giving enough detail. The AI can pick up on that and help you refine your answers.
Okay, I have to admit, this is pretty impressive. But doesn't it feel a little weird? I mean, relying so much on AI for something as personal as a job search?
I get it. It's like, where does the human element come in?
Yeah. Like, am I even in control of my own destiny anymore?
Well, here's the thing. RoleCatcher's philosophy isn't about replacing human skills with AI. It's about using AI to enhance those skills.
Ah,
Think of it like, I don't know, a power tool.
okay, I like where you're going with this.
Like a really good power drill can make it way easier and faster to build something, but it doesn't replace the skill and craftsmanship of the carpenter.
So the AI is a tool, not a replacement for my own abilities.
Exactly. You're still the one in the driver's seat. You're still the one steering your career. But the AI gives you that extra edge, that extra boost to help you achieve your goals.
So these hidden gems, these kind of like under-the-radar job openings, how do I actually find them?
Well, that's where RoleCatcher's massive database comes in. Remember how we talked about it? Over 9 million employers.
9 million, yeah, that's a lot of companies.
It's huge. And it's not just about finding jobs that are already posted. It's about finding the right companies for you.
Okay, so instead of just applying to every job opening I can find, I should be thinking more strategically about the companies themselves.
Exactly. Maybe it's a company that's doing something you're really passionate about, or maybe it's just a place with a really awesome company culture.
Right, a place where I could actually see myself thriving, not just punching a clock.
Exactly. And those kinds of companies, they might not be shouting their job openings from the rooftops.
They might not even be hiring at all, right?
Exactly. But that doesn't mean you can't get your foot in the door. Maybe you just need to introduce yourself, make those connections.
Okay, I'm with you. So how do I actually use RoleCatcher to unearth these hidden gems? 9 million employers? That's a lot to sift through.
Right. So that's where their filtering and sorting tools come in handy. You can narrow it down by industry, location, company size.
So like if I'm super passionate about, say, sustainability, and I have a background in marketing, I could use RoleCatcher to find companies that are both eco-conscious and looking for marketing expertise.
Exactly. You're basically creating your own personalized list of dream companies.
Like a matchmaking service. But for my career, okay, so I find these awesome companies, but what if they're not hiring for my dream role right now? What then?
Well, remember those career guides we talked about earlier?
Yeah, those were pretty in-depth. A lot of good info in there.
Right. So let's say you find this amazing company, but they're not hiring for, I don't know, let's say a marketing manager, but maybe they are hiring for a social media coordinator.
Okay, so maybe it's not my dream job, but it could be a foot in the door.
Exactly. And then you can use those career guides to figure out, okay, what skills do I need to develop to move from this role into that role? What certifications should I get?
So it's about being strategic, playing the long game. I like it.
Exactly. You're not just looking for a job, you're building a career path. And that's really what I think sets RoleCatcher apart. They're not just trying to get you hired, they're trying to help you build a career that you actually love.
They're empowering you to take control of your own destiny instead of just being another cog in the machine. I dig it. Well, there you have it. RoleCatcher, everybody. It's not just another job board. It's a whole new way to approach your career.
It's about working smarter, not harder, and using AI as a tool, not a crutch.
Beautifully said. Well, that's a wrap on our deep dive into RoleCatcher. Hope you found it as insightful as we did. Until next time, happy job hunting.